Welcome to
Half Past Ja.
Man.
I forgot to pick up the mic.
But you did it.
Yeah,
So
it's been a while.
good.
It's been a while. We're here and we're in our chairs.
It definitely has been a while. We're on video again if you're watching on YouTube.
Yes.
We're actually not doing video on Spotify anymore.
Why?
Because Spotify takes way too long to upload than YouTube does.
Oh.
I have no idea why. So if you want to watch the podcast, you got to go on YouTube.
But if you're just driving, if you just want to listen, Spotify, then
and Apple Podcasts.
Oh my gosh, you guys can reach us anywhere.
Yeah. So this is a husband and wife podcast talking about life and our experiences being married and also being an interracial couple. Our podcast is called Half Past Ja because we are currently drinking Ja at what we call Half Past Ja. Would you look at that? Mm-hmm. We still don't have a sponsor, so please follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Give us your support if you would like. Give this podcast 5 stars if you like the podcast. If you don't like the podcast, just don't rate us. Yeah, we don't want you to rate us below 5 stars. So, that's that. And if you're watching on YouTube, give us a like. But yeah, we can get started, Hallie.
All right. Yeah. Last week was Hallie's sick episode. I had my little episode of fame. Not really, I don't know. I was just talking about how sick I was last week. Honestly, the difference between last week and this week is huge. I felt like I'd been hit by a bus last week. Really, oh my gosh, it was terrible. I felt so sick. I was very weak, very fatigued, tired. Couldn't walk anywhere without being winded. Suketu is my nurse.
You got to see, she's still not 100%. So out of 1 to 10, how are you feeling?
Probably like a 6.
You're 6 still?
Like 6 or 7. I didn't know if we're given half stars, but I would say between a 6 and a 7.
So 1's being the worst.
1. Okay, yeah, 7. I just am, my head's killing me.
Okay.
And I'm tired. And that's it. But I don't have a fever. I don't have any of these other huge issues that I had last week. Yeah. So that's huge. Makes sense. I actually, before this podcast, we didn't do video last week. We're doing video this week. I have makeup on. I put nice clothes on. We're going to go to the grocery store here, hopefully. I don't know. We should be able to go to the grocery store. We'll see about that one. But, we're planning on having a good day today. So I would say that I feel much better. But we just wanted to update you guys on that a little bit. And then we can move into our next episode.
Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about the India breakdown, what we did in India and all that. And then later on, we're going to be talking about something called Vacation Couples Bliss. Okay. So just a little expert. It's just like how when you go on vacation and you feel really good after getting back with your significant other. Okay, We'll talk about that later.
We'll get into it in a little bit. That one, I'm really excited about that.
But overall, like we said, we covered Hallie being sick last week. Now we want to cover all the fun things we did on our last week in India.
Yeah, we did so many things. We had so much good food, and we went to so many cool places, like the Statue of Unity. Not sure if you've heard, it's the tallest statue in the world. It's huge.
Yeah, you got to watch the YouTube video. We made a video called Taking My American Wife to the Tallest Statue in the World.
How many buzzwords can you put in there? American wife, tallest statue in the world.
It's crazy because my YouTube videos are starting to be watched by a lot of the Indian community. Like my demographics has gone from United States to India. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Anyways, move on.
Huge shift. Literally 60% of your viewers are now from India.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But anyways, so we went to the Statue of Unity. We rode camels. Suketu rode a horse by himself, just like at our wedding. But this time the guy just let him go.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, we rode a lot of motorcycles, scooters. We went to Saputara. I like to say it like that. It's kind of fun. What is that, Suketu?
Saputara is a city in, I think say a town in Gujarat that is on a mountain. So a lot of people go there to see the sunset. Also, there's a lot of different activities that are going on over there, whether it be riding a camel or taking the zip line.
Oh my gosh.
Or parasailing.
I thought we were dead.
Not parasailing. Is it called parasailing? It's called sky gliding.
Paragliding?
Paragliding. They have paragliding. They got a lot of cool things that you can do over there, and there's also small little shops. Mm-hmm. But it's a very big tourist location, I'd say.
And I was a little bit of a celebrity over there.
You really were. You really were. Literally everybody just came up to Hallie and wanted pictures with her.
Can't blame them.
So that video on TikTok is about to hit 7 million views.
Why?
And
why?
It's crazy. Like, it's insane how many people watch that video.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It was a group of, let's describe it a little bit. I was with Suketu, his family friend who drove us there, and we were just, watching the sunset.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
The people who were taking pictures with Hallie weren't Indian. Like, they weren't from India. They were Indian, but they weren't from India. And so they were like, we've never seen a white person before.
They literally said, wow, we've never seen one before. I was like, what?
It was really funny.
And then they all lined up. One woman said, can I have a picture with you? And I said, yeah, sure. Like, it's fine. I don't know. Why not? And then I didn't realize that meant the whole group of about 12 to 15 people.
Yes. And not just that group. There was another, other groups started coming up.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, hold on. Your mom at one point said, okay, we're going to charge you.
Yeah, so, I think what happened was, because people were taking pictures with her, I think other people thought she was famous. So everyone was like, oh, I guess she's just famous, so might as well take a picture with her.
I know. It's like, okay, that's cool. People, if people thought I was famous, I don't know. They would have no way of looking me up because they don't know my name or anything. Yeah. But it's like, who are they going to tell people that is? Like, that's they show their friend, and they're like, okay, who is that? I don't know.
You're going to be in their house on a picture frame.
Oh, my gosh, no.
So.
That was interesting. That was the first time that happened on our trip.
Okay, so let's stop with that. The
first time.
What else did we do?
Oh gosh, what else did we do? We went to a zoo. I visited the one-room hospital where you were born, which is no longer a one-roomer.
Yeah, it's like a building now.
4-story hospital. There was a fresh baby being carried out when we were there. It was really cool. And I was talking with Suketu's mom about the day that she gave birth to you.
Yeah.
And she said it was really hard. She said you kept her in labor for a while.
Yeah, I did.
Which is just, I don't know why it's funny to me. What else did we do? We visited all your farms in India, which you grow mainly mangoes, but what else do you grow?
Chiku.
Which is we don't have that here. So what is that like?
It's just a fruit. It's kind of like a kiwi, but sweet.
It looks like a kiwi on the outside.
Yeah, it looks like kiwi on the outside, but the inside's sweet. It's got a different texture to it.
It kind of melts in your mouth.
It melts.
Tastes like, okay, compare it to brown sugar.
Brown sugar, yeah. So that's what it is. But you can't eat a lot of it as an American. If you ever go to India, you cannot eat a lot of it. You can't eat the whole fruit because it will make you sick because it's so sweet. So just keep that in mind. We only ate a few bites of it, so nothing really happened. But it is heavy on sugar, I would say.
Yeah. The last place that we went to, though, in India, was our last day there. It was in Mumbai, and we went to the Gateway of India.
So it's actually called India Gate.
Really? I looked it up and it said Gateway of India.
So Gateway of India is in Dubai, is in New Delhi.
Oh.
And India Gate is in...
I hate being wrong on this podcast.
I just think it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, too. People who know more about this, just correct me.
I know. Please just let us know.
But I think that's right. I think what I'm saying is right.
But my point is, it was very cool to see in person. And while we were there, I saw the most people I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's a lot of people.
At one time. Oh my gosh.
It was overwhelmingly a lot of people.
Well, it was. We were just trying to... Well, because the whole... parking situation, it's impossible to drive there. I could never, in all of India, I could never drive there. I don't think you could either. It's crazy, first of all. But then, in the city, just because it's so condensed, and there's so many people there.
So, let's keep in mind that this is the most amount of people that can be possible on the streets in India because it was a Sunday.
Oh,
and in India... Sundays are the only day you get off. Kids will go to school Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday will be that one day they get off. Even work usually goes Monday through Saturday there. So it's a little different. So So the Sunday is the one day everybody gets off.
Chose
so
to
then
go.
that is when we went, and there was just hundreds of thousands of people in the streets. And if you haven't already seen the video, it's in our YouTube video, and you'll see how many people were there. It was a lot of people. So, yeah.
Yep, like I said, the most amount of people I've ever seen and probably will ever see in my entire life. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was super cool, but oh my gosh, I was overwhelmed. Especially I was really feeling sick that day, so I just really wanted to get home at that point. Yeah. Suketu was like, let's go here. And I'm like, no, no, I can't. I literally can't.
Yeah. So it was a lot. And now, other than that, those are all the places that we really visited and went to. And then we also wanted to talk a little bit about food.
Oh, man.
So we had all kinds of foods. And we actually had a list of food that we wanted to try. Okay, I'm going to list out everything. So we really wanted to try dabeli. We wanted to try dosa, McDonald's, paneer, anything to do with paneer, like paneer tikka, paneer pizza, whatever it may be. We got pizza, mango lassi, chicken, chili paneer, and pasta. We got a chance to eat every single one of those things. It was amazing. I was upset that we didn't get to eat as much dabeli as I wanted. Me and Hallie had one dabeli. Yeah, no, Hallie, how was that dabeli?
Amazing. It was better than anything I've had. I mean, like, no offense to any of the Indian food I've had here, but I mean, having Indian food in India is just on a whole nother level.
The sauce? Oh my God. It is insane how good that dabeli was. I cannot. The pound, which is the bread there is so good when it comes to like pav bhaji or anything like that. Oh yeah, we also had pav bhaji. It's not on the list because we knew we were going to eat that.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the things we had. I would say out of that entire list, God, dosa or that paneer pizza that we had are at the top. Oh, chicken lollipop.
Oh, Suketu's cousin he kept talking about chicken lollipops, and we're like, what is that? Like, dude, we don't have that here.
Chicken lollipops?
Shout out.
Oh my God. Chicken lollipops are the best thing to ever exist, and you have to try it.
Yeah, we tried them and we loved them. Thank you, Chintu. They were really good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
the food was bussin'. All right, let me just say, it was so good. Indian food in India obviously hits different than it does here. No duh.
Yeah.
It was incredible, and I just want to go back for, really, I mean, many other reasons, but the food.
Yeah, it was insane.
Gosh. Yeah, so, I definitely gained some weight while I was there, but I was happy. I don't care. I lost it all with my sickness.
Yeah, Hallie did lose a lot of weight. That was not good. But the food was good. So, anyways,
besides the food,
that is everything we ate. We also got to see a lot of family. I haven't seen family there in 9 years. So it was just really nice to go back and visit all their houses and see how much has changed as well. Everything looks different in India. It doesn't look the same at all from what I saw 9 years ago.
9 years is a long time.
And so the roads are better. The food was honestly better because I feel like everything just seemed a little more clean in India. And I'm glad it was. Even the bathrooms were a little more clean. Like, Hallie didn't get to experience, like, the really bad stuff. But you got to experience, like, bad
not
stuff.
Not good ones.
but that not good ones are way better than the bad ones 9 years ago.
Yeah, so, I can imagine that.
The bathroom situation was also, like, not bad at all. Anyways, I really had a good time.
Suketu's such a pretentious American now. Do you hear him? The bathrooms were all right.
No, they were well done.
They were good enough for my standards.
Even like the gas station. We stopped at a gas station.
Oh, that was a nice one.
And I think that was when we first landed. We were driving home, and we were driving past a gas station, and we had to go.
This is how Suketu drinks his tea now.
Yeah, with my pinky up. Anyways, that bathroom I was shocked.
Mine smelled really good.
Yeah, mine did too. It was great. I was just like, wow. A lot can happen in 9 years. They're going to have a bullet train next time we go. By the time we go next time, there's going to be a bullet train. There's going to be an expressway. So an actual real highway with lines. And I just can't.
Lines.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it'll make the process of driving to and from the airport to your house much quicker. So
they said right now it takes around 4 hours.
Whew.
It's going to cut it down to maybe 2.5 or 3 hours next time we go to get to our house.
Great.
That's insane.
If it could shave off any time, then I'm a big fan of that, because that is a long drive.
Yeah. All right. Now we want to talk about our favorite memories of the trip. So you go first, and then I go. I have my favorite memory.
I mean, eating all the food, like, okay, that sounds so shallow, but, like, experiencing eating delicious Indian food for the first time, that was great. I think, honestly, just experiencing what life in your village is like was such a, for me, somebody, again, who's never been out of the country, that is such a pivotal, just overall huge turning point in my perspective and how I view things.
Yeah.
I think I'm just so grateful that we got to go. I mean, not to be cheesy, I had the most amazing time meeting all of your family. They're so welcoming, so kind. I can tell they enjoyed us being there. And I think just feeling so close with so many people that I just am meeting. And then also seeing, again, the real side of India, which is, very different from what we have here. And experiencing that, and just, it changed my whole view of everything. So I think just overall, I don't know that I can pick a favorite memory because we had so many great ones. So that's hard. But you go ahead, and then maybe I can pick something.
My favorite memory was hanging out with Aku and Chintu, my cousins.
Oh, yeah.
They're the best. They took us to Martino's Pizza, which is a pizza place. They also took us to get ice cream at Hotel Fun City.
Hotel Fun City.
You can't forget Hotel Fun City, okay? Anyways, the hotel in India is not a hotel that you stay at. Some are, but hotels are mainly like truck stops. That's what they're called. And so we went to the Martino's Pizza place.
Oh,
that was the best pizza I've ever had in my entire life. There's no way anybody could make pizza better than that. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was literally paneer tikka on the pizza. Like, that's what it was. And it was mind-blowingly amazing. Anyways, that was a really good memory. And then they also took us to get chicken lollipop.
Mm-hmm. That was a couple days before,
That was a couple days before.
Yeah, because we had pizza after.
Yes. And so, and then Hotel Fun City, we got rolled ice cream.
Not at Oreo. Hotel Fun City. It was next to Hotel Fun City.
Well, it was on the property.
Okay,
but still, that's what it's called, Hotel Fun City.
I would say overall that was my favorite day, because I remember the outfit I was wearing that day. I was wearing my black Indian top.
Yeah.
And we went shopping. We did so much shopping, but we went shopping with your parents and got a new bracelet. You want to explain what this is?
Yeah, so Hallie sometimes doesn't wear a Mangalsutra.
Which is a necklace.
So it signifies a married woman in the Indian culture. And so she got a Mangalsutra bracelet. So instead of wearing it on your neck, you can wear it on your hand.
On your wrist.
Arm, on your wrist.
You got there. Jeez, what?
But anyway,
what is this?
That's what that is.
Yeah, so Suketu's sisters inspired me. But that was the day we went shopping. We bought this. Suketu and his mom and I picked a lot of things out. I bought some more. I think I just bought jewelry that day. I just felt like a princess all day.
Yeah.
And then your cousins picked us up, and we went to Martino's Pizza, and we had the best pizza that changed my life forever. It was amazing.
Yeah,
and
I
wish that maybe somehow, some way we could find that here, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm going to look it up.
But that was my favorite.
I'm going to get it exported.
That was the night I won't share on the podcast because it's too juicy. But do you remember what we were talking about in the car?
Oh my God. Yeah. Maybe if this podcast gets 1,000 views, we'll share it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good
views.
Yeah.
That was some crazy stuff.
Oh my God. I literally almost peed my pants in the car because I couldn't stop laughing. Something very embarrassing happened to Suketu, and it was funny to me days later after it happened. And it's still funny. So, okay, with that.
We want to not go into the next segment because we want to do rapid fire first.
Yes! Okay.
Okay, so let's go down to rapid fire. Hallie's going to ask me 6, and then I'm going to ask Hallie 6. It's called Vacation Edition because we went on vacation.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Go
All right,
for it,
ready?
Hallie.
Ocean or pool?
Ocean.
Relax or adventure?
Ooh. Adventure, because then I can get YouTube video clips.
Okay, fair enough. Group trip or couples trip?
Ooh.
Or like solo trip or group trip?
Would you rather do that one?
Yeah.
Solo trip. I would rather do solo trip or what?
Solo trip or a group trip?
Oh, okay, solo
So like
trip.
you and me or group?
Probably solo trip.
Okay. Sorry. cut that out. Rent a car or Uber everywhere?
Rent a car.
Too expensive. What are we thinking? Plan ahead or just wing it?
Wing it.
Absolutely not. I disagree with that one completely. Last one, mountains or beach?
Mountains. I love mountains. I don't know what it is, but I love the beach. So I'm gonna go switch my answer and say the beach.
Okay. Wow.
Only Florida beach though. Okay. Only a Florida beach. I don't think I'd do any other beach. So.
Hawaii? Well, we didn't really get to experience.
I didn't get to see
a
real beach in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right.
my turn.
Okay,
all right,
hit
Hallie.
me.
T-shirts or sweater?
T-shirt. Duh.
Plane or boat?
Never really been on a boat.
Yes,
so
you have.
For like activities, I've never been on like
Okay,
an
pick
actual
plane or boat.
Well, given the recent events with the plane, I would probably say boat just because it's fun.
Sandals or sneakers?
Sneakers.
City lights or tropical island?
City lights.
Shopping or eating?
Eating. Duh.
Europe or Asia?
Why are you looking at me like that? I would say Asia because we went to India.
So in Asia, would you go anywhere else in Asia? Would you go to Singapore?
We were just talking about this last night with
Japan,
Christina because she's going to be going somewhere big.
South Korea?
I'd go all those places.
You would?
Yeah. I mean, it's far. That's the
I think
only
I
thing.
would really like to visit the what is it? The island. First of all, Singapore for sure.
Yes.
And the what's it called? It starts with an M. It's like really close to India.
Myanmar?
No, Myanmar.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Malaysia?
No, it's called.
I'm just gonna stop.
Anyways, there's
suggesting.
okay. I'm gonna look it up while Hallie goes into the next topic, and then I'll explain it. But
So, like we said earlier, we are going to be moving into the second portion of our podcast. Vacation couples bliss. Is it possible to be in the honeymoon stage at different points in your relationship? That's something we're going to talk about today because we're kind of feeling that right now. Are we not, Suketu?
I'm feeling it.
I'm
that's for sure.
feeling it too. I'm feeling
It's just
great.
like the stress is gone.
Yeah.
And
well, until you come back into everyday life. But then aside from that, in
the
our
Maldives.
relationship-
The Maldives. I want to go to the Maldives. It's really close to India. That's what I meant. Okay. I looked it up, and now we're going to go back
There
to
we
the
go.
topic.
I don't know geography, but that's okay. We're just going to pretend like that didn't happen because I have plenty of other strengths. So, okay. So the next portion of our podcast, like I said, we're going to be diving into going into the honeymoon phase and different points in your relationship. And Skate and I have been married. Oh, yesterday it was a year and a half.
Yesterday was a year and a half?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
Oh.
So,
I mean, technically today too, because we got married today as well.
just so you guys get a little bit of background, me and Hallie have, we entered the honeymoon stage when we first started dating, and then
As
we had our
everyone
first
does.
argument
6 months in.
6 months in, okay? So
Yeah.
then after that, we started getting really comfortable with each other, and
As
it
you
wasn't, there was not a honeymoon stage that, came back. So
Wow, really?
I wouldn't say like
Like probably not.
I wouldn't
this.
say like not like that, like not like the original honeymoon stage. So anyways,
Yeah.
we kept going throughout our relationship, and we had a lot more arguments, I would say, and not
About
because
stupid things.
not
like
because
we've
of like
covered.
serious things, just stupid things. And once we got married and got into this house, we kept having stupid arguments. I would say that not as many. We didn't have as many, but we would have the arguments that we would have would trigger Hallie a lot more because it would keep occurring over and over again.
It just
she
hurts more and more every time.
So like, like I wouldn't like even if I like she knew where this would like a conversation was going. Boom, trigger.
I'd be like, I like that. Boom, triggered.
Yeah, so like it wouldn't last very long.
But just getting,
she would get so
annoyed.
Triggered.
Yeah,
and so we never like even like going to our Hawaii trip. It wasn't like we would still have arguments. So there was still something there that needed to be fixed. And when we went on this India trip, let me tell you, we have never been so relaxed, stress-free, happy in our entire lives. Even like back to the original honeymoon stage. I have never felt the way I felt on this trip.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I didn't know you felt that way.
Yeah,
Holy cow. I mean,
it's the truth.
I also feel like I'm and have been for, the past 3 weeks in the honeymoon stage, but it's like, okay, let's just go back. Let's paint a picture before we left. Excuse me. We were very overwhelmed and stressed with work, with social lives, family gatherings, keeping up with our social media presence on all our different platforms that we have. That might not sound stressful, but that's a lot given that we already have full-time jobs. And, even this podcast, planning and posting and recording and like all these things. I know it may, to some people, it might not sound like a lot, but we honestly, as my grandmother would say, we're burning the candle at both ends. And I think that actually kind of contributed to me getting mono, of me just going and going and going. And then probably not taking care of myself and sleeping as much as we should,
Yeah.
And I just, you run yourself down, and we were both just like, we're so ready to go on vacation. We're so ready to get out. We're so ready to go. Mm-hmm. It's going to be so much better when we're there, and blah, blah, blah. We're very excited, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like like Suketu was saying, we did have arguments. Why? Because all of these things acted as stressors and contributed to, anything we were already feeling. Yeah. It's just like, I'm trying to think of an example. I can't.
But overall, we're going to have a whole episode on this one day, but one of our biggest stressors that we always have, arguments that we always have is financial based. So it's always money based. Yeah. And I think me going to India showed me how free people are. And they don't even have like a ton of money.
They're so happy.
They're just happy. A lot of people do. Like, there's some people that have a ton of money there, but there's a lot of people there that don't have much, and they're just living life, being happy. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Why are we stressed?
Why am I so stressed about money all the time when it doesn't even, it matters a lot, but it doesn't, like, especially in America, you're like trained to think that
you have to have this to be happy.
You have to have these material items to be happy, which you don't. You don't need to have any of it.
Or you have to have this much money in your bank account. Or like, it's stupid. I wish that I could show everybody in the whole, well, I guess it's just everybody in America. I wish I could show everybody here who thinks like that, which I did, like, oh my gosh, I have to have this to be happy, blah, 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 blah. But again, like I said, going back to me spending 2 weeks there, complete flip of everything I've ever thought. Yeah. And how I view things, and how I view things like money. I mean, you don't need it to be happy, which I never really thought you needed it to be happy. I always thought, whatever. But it's like, I wish that I could show everybody how happy people are in India. And even if some people don't have a lot, they're still happy. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And so when we take all these stressors away, we really saw our relationship, how much we loved each other, and we truly bonded.
We see our relationship for what it is when you take all that away.
Yeah, it felt really refreshing, and I'm back into the Hallie says puppy love stage.
Yeah. Let me give you guys an example, okay? I'll give you a few examples. We're texting each other flirtatiously when you're on your trip. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, I miss you so much. I mean, I did. I do. But, like, I'm just saying.
It sounds like you didn't now.
No, I'm just saying, like, more than I normally would. So, like I said, we're texting each other. We're laughing at each other's jokes. We share a blanket, which we normally do. We're sharing a blanket while we watch TV together.
But the key thing is we're sharing a blanket and Hallie's not getting annoyed. That's a big one. That's a big one, guys.
And now we just look at the sky and giggle because we think.
Yeah, we stargaze and just have a great time.
No, we don't do that.
Okay.
No, but we are just overall, I mean, you can probably tell. I don't know, maybe you can tell through watching this video that we're really connected. And I think it was really good, excuse me, for you to go back after 9 long years and see, everything that you've kind of been missing out on since you've been here. But it's like you get to experience all that again. And I think that was a good perspective shift for you as well.
Yeah, it was very good. I think I needed it big time. But anyways, overall, we're doing really well, and hopefully it translates into this podcast and our videos coming up. And yeah, I think that's about it in terms of our India trip. Well, do you have anything else to add?
Yes, I just want to go back to talking a little bit about, the fluctuations at different points in your relationship and how this can happen. I mean, and who's to say it'll happen again. Obviously, we're going to go to India again, but it can happen at other points in your life too. Things could just be going really well. You and your significant other can be bonding a lot more. I mean, we went on our honeymoon, obviously, when we first got married, but we had stuff to do. It wasn't like really stress-free because we also had to come up with plans. We had a wonderful time, don't get me wrong, but, and even when we went on our anniversary trip in Hawaii last year in September, we had a great time too, but, it's like you still have things. But when we went to India, man, we had somebody doing our laundry, somebody literally serving us food, somebody doing our dishes, cleans our room. I mean, we literally had nothing better to do, and I've never needed a mental reset or refresh more in my entire life.
That was crazy. It was nuts.
Yeah. What'd you think about all that?
Best thing ever. I mean, it just makes me want to I was like, man, I don't want to leave. Why would I leave?
That's the big thing.
Why would I leave this place? It just didn't make any sense to me. But, at the end of the day, this is where we live, so we have to live here. But
we love it here.
Yeah,
Stop it.
It's great. America is great. But I mean, when certain times I'm like, man, this is pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Yeah. India is very, and I'd heard this before we went. If you truly want to feel like you're in a whole different world, go to India.
Yeah.
And I get that now. But I tell everybody this all the time. And something that kills me that people say is like, oh, you were so sick the last week of your trip. I'm sorry it ruined your trip. It didn't ruin my trip. I just acted like I wasn't sick. What? I mean, I felt pretty crummy.
Hallie, that last week, Hallie did feel crummy. She didn't feel the best, but she did a pretty good job at playing cool.
Toughed it out. Yeah. I toughed it out. We had the best time. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. And again, going back to the whole honeymoon stage, we're in a great spot right now. Yeah. We're both happy, and we're really trying to keep it going for as long as we can because, even though we're back in our regular lives, that can kind of tamper with it a little bit and make it harder and challenge us. But we are ready. We are up for the challenge.
Yeah, we are.
And I think, too, with Suketu nursing me back to health the last week as well, because he took such good care of me, I kind of don't want that to end because that was kind of nice. Yeah. That was really nice. And it's been so nice too. I think that's also contributed to it for me is that, I'm usually the one cooking and cleaning and doing whatever, and I got to lay on the couch while you'd serve me, and you'd bring me my medicine. I'd be like, can you get me some water? I'm so parched. And that was nice too. So I think that also contributed to it for me. So there are many different ways that you can get back in the honeymoon stage with your significant other. Obviously, India was the big kicker for us, but I think also Suketu taking care of me kind of helped, and that was very nice as well. And it's working because I can feel your love. It's nursing me back to health.
Look at that.
Wonderful.
I'm such a great person.
Okay.
And humble.
Yes.
Okay.
And
let's overall, India trip was one of the best things to ever happen. And I think that we did a pretty good job at explaining all the things we love to do and all of that. I think it's a good idea to go into our last few segments, which is trivia.
Oh, God.
And then afterwards, questions of the week. Okay?
All right.
All right. Let's go into trivia. Suketu asks Hallie.
Please do not ask me any geography or history questions.
This is all vacation based / geography, okay?
Why?
So, what is...
Suketu loves to make me look stupid.
This is not hard. I don't even know the answers to these.
Oh,
what is the least visited country in the world?
Can you give me a hint as to where it even is? I have no idea.
I mean, I don't even know this country.
Then why on earth would you ask me?
Okay, fine.
We're out of the honeymoon state. No,
what is the most visited country in the world? Just guess a country. Guess a country. Most visited.
Oh, I'm going to look real stupid.
Just guess a country.
Where?
What's a country that people fly into a lot?
The U.S.
No, nobody flies into the U.S. The U.S. is a very secure, people do not come vacation here.
Okay.
Country. Come on.
Suketu, I don't know.
We've flown there before. Come on.
I'm not going to say the first thing I thought I was going to.
Come on, say it. Hurry.
France?
Yes. France
That's the most visited?
The most visited country in the world. It is.
I did not know that.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So what country has the most pyramids?
So wait, what's the least visited country in the world? Did we talk about that? What is it?
Tuvalu.
Why on earth would you ask me that question?
I don't know. I thought it was a good question. But anyways.
I don't know the answer. Let me ask Hallie. Okay.
What country has the most pyramids?
Egypt. Why'd you say it like that?
So the answer is, I mean, it's a good answer, but the answer is Sudan.
All right.
Okay. So you got one question right, one question wrong. Your last question is, what is the most spoken language in the world? And I want you to consider the most populated, country. Not India, but just most populated. What do you think is the most spoken language in the world?
So it's not English.
What's the most populated?
Is India not the most populated place?
It is right now, but
China.
Okay, what's the most spoken language?
Mandarin? Chinese?
Yeah.
Really?
It is. Good job.
And then English.
Mandarin, Chinese. Yeah, I guess, and then English. But
okay.
Yeah, that's the most spoken language in the world. Okay, you ask me questions now.
All right, Skate, you ready?
Yeah.
What is the driest continent?
Africa.
Okay, you know what? I'm not asking you.
Oh, the driest continent is Antarctica. What? Okay, well, I got that one wrong.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Which country is made up of 180,000 islands?
That's easy.
Yeah, what is it?
Indonesia.
No.
What is it?
Finland.
Finland?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
I am not kidding you.
That's crazy. I really thought it was Indonesia.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Which country is Timbuktu located in?
Peru?
I can see the smoke coming out of yours. No.
Colombia? Mm-mm. Am I in the right continent?
I don't know.
South America?
You're asking the wrong person.
Oh my God.
Okay, ready?
What?
Mali.
Mali? Mm-hmm. Okay, I got all these wrong. These are stupid.
Okay, let me ask you one that maybe you'll get right.
Okay.
I'll ask you a fun one. Okay, what is Scotland's national animal?
A horse.
No. Well, close. Guess more like mystical or like magical.
A reindeer.
No. No, you're close though. You're on the right track. Your brain is thinking in the right way. Keep going. Think about it.
I can't. I'm done. What is it? A unicorn?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She put her hand on her head like this. Everybody.
I hope you guys can watch the video because.
Okay. All right. Now we got to move into questions of the week. All right.
Sylvie didn't like that we said that.
You ask one question, and then I ask one question. That's all we're doing. We're going to put up a new post this week for more questions, and we'll go from there.
I spit all over my iPad. All right. Suketu.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Thakar _
It's Kevin.
Kevin?
Thakar,
Okay.
Yeah. Kevin Thakar.
What's your favorite thing to get at Olive Garden?
My
This is a good
favorite thing,
question.
me and Hallie split a rigatoni 4-cheese pasta with chicken in it sometimes. It is honestly the best thing ever. We
It's
also
bussin'.
get a side of what is it called?
Are you okay?
Alfredo
Are you
sauce.
gonna
There's
sneeze?
something in my eye. Sorry. But we get a side of Alfredo sauce for our breadsticks.
Yes,
and
endless breadsticks, salad. I eat
salad.
the croutons.
We also sometimes get dessert. And
The
the
warm
dessert,
Italian donuts.
they're so good. Oh my god.
We love Olive Garden.
Love
so much.
Olive Garden. Thank you for asking that question.
That's
man.
yes. We really appreciate
Okay.
all these food questions.
Okay, this is a question from Abhi Patel.
Okay.
How did your parents respond to a white girlfriend/brown boyfriend? I'm in a similar situation. Need help, says Abhi Patel. Okay, so that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
How did your parents react to me, and how did my parents react to you?
Well, I can't answer for how your parents initially reacted, but my parents, I mean, it's the same with anyone. They had no issue with that, and I think once they met you, and they're like, "Oh, there's a boy who wants to hang out with my daughter." I think that was just I don't know, because like I had seen guys before, and like we'd been on like one date or something, but it never went anywhere. And then Suketu comes around.
Say
but
it.
like,
I was Hallie's what? First what?
You're my first boyfriend.
Woo!
First and only boyfriend.
Yeah, that's what
I'm not
talking
Suketu's
about.
first and only girlfriend, but that's a story for a different time. But
Story for another
anyways,
time.
yeah, my parents really just wanted to meet you, and
Yeah.
they have always been very interested in your culture and your
Yeah.
upbringing and everything. So
They're
my
pretty
parents were very excited to meet Suketu. Once they were finally like, "Who's this boy that she's hanging out with? That's like driving her places, and
Yeah.
what are they doing together?"
And then my parents didn't react the same way. I would
they
say
did not.
at the time I was still in high school, so they just only cared about education at the time. So as long as I got my education, and they just wanted that, and then to be with a brown girl after that. So that didn't happen. So the reaction was
Obviously.
at first very hostile. Okay, so not very, not the best.
It's a good
but I
word.
think it took 3 years to fully convince them. I mean, it's just like the way that we went about it was hiding it for a really long time, and then I used my sisters and brother-in-laws really helped convince them, like, hey, at the end of the day, like, you can't just expect this kid to be with an Indian person being in America. Like, it's just not gonna.
Well,
it's
you
not.
grew
It's not
up
gonna be
here.
like always possible. So. After a while, after they understood who Hallie was, after they hung out with Hallie, they absolutely loved her, and they now are they love Hallie more than anything.
Yeah, I
So-
think they actually like hanging out with me more than they like hanging out with you.
Yeah, they definitely like hanging out with Hallie a lot more. So
Yeah. No, it took some time. And I think we should have like a full deep dive episode on this as well, because it's just too interesting, I think, not to share, especially with our listeners. I think they would really enjoy that. But it took some time, and it was a really hard 3 years on you and our relationship. I mean, I saw what it was doing to you, constantly lying to your parents,
Yeah.
and I can't imagine doing that. And that would be so hard.
But it all worked out in the end.
It did.
So
And now they're closer than ever, would you say?
yeah, now we're really close.
You guys are
yeah, for sure.
besties, but
Yeah.
they like me more.
So thank you for asking that question. We'll make a whole episode on it soon.
Yes.
Okay, so one more question by Missy Marissi. Missy Marissi? Yeah, I think
Missy
that's what it is.
Marissi.
Marissa.
Her
She
name
asks,
is Marissa. Yeah.
what is your favorite season?
I think that's an easy, obvious answer. Mine is fall, because I'm a white girl that lives in Indiana, and it's my favorite.
My favorite
And
is summer.
Then summer, right?
Summer. 100% summer. I want it to be as hot as possible. I love the heat.
I do love summer.
Feels
Ugh.
so good in the heat.
Yeah, this is why he thrived in India, and I did not.
I love hot. Oh my god.
But
it's
I do
so
love
nice.
summer, because you can wear shorts. You can
Go on picnics.
going on that's our favorite date that we do together.
Yeah.
That's my favorite date that we do together, is going on a picnic together. It's
Yeah.
so much fun. You can do that in fall a little bit, but I think I love fall for all the fall smells. The fact that you can start wearing sweatshirts again. Just how pretty fall is in Indiana. beautiful here.
It's very nice.
And yeah, I just love it. And I get to drink apple cider and hot cocoa and watch Halloween movies, and that's my favorite.
It's the best. Yeah. So overall, that's the episode. Hallie, would you like to close us out?
Absolutely, I would. I don't know why I said it like that, but yes, I would like to. Please like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Give us a follow if you're listening on a podcast service. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. We really appreciate you guys. We're doing really well, at least I think, on YouTube and Spotify. Our numbers are great, and that's because of you guys. We really appreciate it. So, again, thank you for listening. Share with your friends, family, fellow cha drinkers, and we will catch you next Monday at 12:30 cha.
Thank you guys for watching. Woo! We'll see you next time.